We have yet another lovely offering from the folks over at Teslong. They have sent me this unit. In all fairness, I will tell you, I did not pay for this. It is one of the few times where something was sent to me at no charge, and I always like to be really upfront about that. That being said, they thought it was something I might enjoy and might have some application in the gun industry. It is not a bore scope. This is their triple lens endoscope. And it is probably a little more geared towards maybe like the construction industry, electrical, plumbing. I can see gunsmiths using it for things like chambers or maybe larger bores. It measures out, I want to say, around 33 caliber or something. Let me double check here. So it's 315 is what that measures out at. So you could send it down a bore that was bigger than 315, but the focal distance is a little different than like a bore scope would be, but inside a chamber it works pretty good. Let me just show you some of the basic features that it has. So we've got our built-in monitor, which I've really been happy with. I've obviously been playing with this a little bit. I just wanted to show you what it looked like in the box. And what you've got is a high resolution monitor, and if I'm not mistaken, let's see, resolution is 1920 by 1080, so that's pretty darn good. And then it's got your normal settings. You can, power off, language, date, time, format, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. There is a mode button, which is this M, and it shows you a little camera here. If I push it again, it shows a video for making videos, and then this is playback. And all of that is achieved by pushing this button. So if I want to take a picture, I push this. If I go to the video mode and want to record, I push this. And if I want to play back something, then I push that to get going. So it also allows you to flip the images. This is cycling through videos I've taken, but if I come out of play mode and go to the camera mode, I can actually flip the image in here. And what really sets this apart as an endoscope of any type, whether it's for, again, any kind of gunsmithing or electrical, plumbing, general contracting type use, is that it has 3 cameras. So the camera that is in use is indicated by the light that is on. So there is a button right here that when I push it, toggles. Now that camera's on, and now that camera's on. So you can cycle through 3 different cameras while this is inserted, and this has a really long cord. So if you were a long ways down some kind of hole, conduit, whatever you're trying to do, you would be able to flip your camera angles between 3 different ones very, very easily. It also has a little built-in light on the back, so I don't know if you're in a dark area, at least you've got a pretty bright light. It comes with a little stand that you can screw onto this so it stands upright. It kind of fits on the bottom there. And then it's got 2 little holders that screw onto the end. One is a hook and one is a magnet, if you have a need for that kind of thing there. I'm going to show you a couple videos in a minute that I've taken. I'm not going to say they're the best because I don't use endoscopes for a living. So fishing it underneath my workbench and my refrigerator and inside my chamber are not my forte. Inside the chamber, I think you'll get a pretty good idea of what it can do. It does come, cool enough, with an actual micro SD card, so you don't have to buy one. You've got a USB-C hookup there and for charging. And then the way that the camera attaches, it's actually screwed in right here, so it's not going to accidentally pop out on you at all. So if you need to remove it, you just pop this screw out and you are good to go. It does come in a nice hard case, so if you are using this for commercial applications, it is very well protected. It's got a really nice, almost like Kaizen foam inside, and the hard case on the outside. So that's actually pretty cool, and I've enjoyed playing with it. Do I have use for it every day? Honestly, no, not really. I don't do construction work. I don't really need to send endoscopes 15 feet down a tube, but I do definitely see the application for people. It was kind of cool, as you'll see in a minute, looking down my action and then being able to toggle between looking headlong down the action versus looking into the lug area, the races there. And so, that's kind of cool. But again, I'm not trying to tell you this is going to change your life in the shooting world. It's not a bore scope like Teslong makes that I've shown you before, but it is pretty cool. And I think if you have a need for something like this, you know, it prices out, I don't know, it's only like 130 bucks. And for the clarity and the ability to record, it has audio, it's got everything that you need to really make it a good unit. So if it's something you have a need for, great. If it's not, hopefully this was at least entertaining to watch. And here's just a couple quick videos to show you how it works. And here we go down into my action. And oops. Okay, so there's the chamber. But here's something cool. I can look at, you know, the end of, so there's the face of my barrel, and then if I want to look at the lugs, I can turn sideways, and you know, this is actually inside my lugs right there, so you can see where, see there's some grease that's been applied, and then obviously the start of my barrel. You can also change the brightness of the flash, so you can see, or not the flash, but the light. So if you don't want as much glare, you can turn that down a little bit. But it is pretty interesting to be able to actually look at my lugs. And then in the same instance, come back here and switch to going down the chamber. So here's underneath my fridge, and you can see here's the wheels, and this is the head-on view. And then if I needed to inspect for something and wanted to look sideways, you can see here, that's the bottom of the fridge, for instance, and then I can rotate it and go along the side here, and then I can go out the other side if I need to. That's my floor under the fridge, and then I can go back to a head-on view if I need to go look at something else. So, I mean, it definitely gives you a lot of possibilities. I wish I had something cooler to show you, but hopefully that gives you an idea of what the camera can do, especially for like a, you know, construction or electrical situation. So there you go. And then, you know, again, let's rotate it. So that's looking upwards at the metal now, and then down at the floor. And you know, again, I think I could see definitely applications for this. You know, if you had a need to look in different directions without having to constantly figure out what mirror to put on or how to bend your scope. So you can just keep flipping around, looking at what you need to, and go from there.